Hi, welcome to the practice questions on being able to add and subtract numbers. What I'd like you to do now is to pause the video and have a go at these three questions. When you're done and you're happy with your answers, then restart the video, look through my model answers and see if you've got them all right. If not, correct any of the mistakes. So if you pause the video now and have a go at the three questions. Okay, right, question 1. We've got to add these two numbers together. Now it's fairly straightforward, but what we need to make sure is that we're writing them in the correct columns. So the first one, if we write down 4, 8, make sure you space these out nicely, 2, 1, and we're adding 3, 6, 5. Now, we don't like the 3 underneath the 4 because that's the thousands column, 3 is in the hundreds column. So we write it underneath the 8. So we've got 3, 6, and 5. Now, I'm going to add these two together. Then it's just a case of 5 add 1 gives me 6, 6 add 2 gives me 8, 8 add 3 gives me 11. We write the units down and carry the 10, and then 4 add the 1 gives me my answer of 5. Question 2. It's a subtraction this time. Same thing, make sure you've got the hundreds underneath the hundreds and the units underneath the units and so on. So if we write down 8, 9, 7 and 3, subtract 2, 5, 1. Okay, 3 take away 1 gives me 2. 7 take away 5 also gives me 2. 9 take away 2 gives me 7. And 8 take away nothing leaves me with 8. 8, 7, 2, 2. Okay, number 3. Make sure you write it out carefully. 2, 0, 0, 5. Subtract 1, 2, 1, 6. Now we've got to be a bit careful with this one. 5 take away 6 cannot be done. 6 is larger than 5. So we need to borrow from the tens column. But we can't borrow from here because there's nothing there. So we now need to borrow from the hundreds column to pass it on to the tens column. But we can't do that either. There's nothing there. So we have to go right back to the thousands column. And we're going to borrow 1 from there. Pass it on to the hundreds column. We can now borrow from there because there's 10 and leave that with 9 and pass it on to the tens column. We can now borrow from here, which leaves that with 9 and pass it all the way down to the units column. Now we can complete the sum. 15 take away 6 leaves us with 9. 9 take away 1 leaves us with 8. 9 take away 2 leaves us with 7. And 1 take away 1 leaves me with 0. I don't need to write the 0. I put it in, but I don't need to write it. My answer, 7, 8, 9.